I'm going to show you how to make a really easy macaroni salad. I learned this recipe 35 years ago when I lived in Tibet in an opium den and had to walk 8 miles through the snow all the way uphill each day to get water. So it's a secret recipe. What you need is a 2 or 3 quart saucepan, and with a lid. It has to have a lid like this, and you're going to have water in it, of course. And then the other ingredients you're going to need are celery, green onion, some Velveeta cheese, either plain, or in this case I'm going to use jalapeno, some green olives, black pepper, olive oil, salt, and then some kind of macaroni product. I usually use elbow macaroni, but it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some salt into this water, and I'm going to turn it on and bring it to a boil. And after it starts to boil, I'm going to put in half that container of macaroni product, and I'll show you that when I get to that point. The water's at a rolling boil now, so it's okay for me to start adding the pasta. I'm going to take about half of this box and pour it in. So I'm just going to pour it in. I don't measure anything out because I really don't care. I just make stuff. So that's about half a box. I'm going to start stirring it, and I'm going to add some olive oil. I can't tell you how much because I don't measure anything, I just do it. So I'm going to start cooking this pasta, and when it starts to get to reasonably soft, I don't like it too al dente, I like it sort of soft, then I'll take it off and I'll actually go and take it to the sink and drain it, but I won't rinse it. And when I drain it, I'm going to first of all put in Velveeta cheese while it's still hot and stir it in until it melts really thoroughly, and then I'll be able to add my other ingredients. So while this is getting ready to boil, I'll go ahead and cut up all my ingredients and get them ready, and then I'll be able to prepare this wonderful macaroni salad that is so awesome you won't believe it. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, well, sorry, go try another recipe. All right, so I'll be back in a second. The noodles are now nice and soft, not too soft, but somewhat soft. So I'm gonna take the lid, put it on here. I turned off the stove just now. I'm gonna take it over to the sink, where I'm gonna hold the lid on while I let the water drain off. And I'm not going to rinse it, as I mentioned earlier, and that's because I want the noodles to stay hot when I add in the Velveeta cheese. And it's okay for a little bit of water to stay in there, it's not a problem at all. I am going to take some of the noodles out because one person in my family doesn't like cheese. So I'm going to take some noodles out and put them separately into a container. And I'll come back to that in a minute, and I'll show you how to do this if somebody doesn't like cheese. Okay, so here we go, draining a little more. Okay, that should be good. Now I'm going to take it back over to the stove that's still warm. I'm going to put it on there. I got half of a block of Velveeta cheese. I sliced it all up. I'm going to put it in there, and I'm going to take a wooden spoon and stir that in until it melts. And that takes about 3 or 4 minutes, so we'll come back when we have it all melted. I'm going to create 3 variations of the same recipe. I prefer the recipe that has the Velveeta cheese, the celery, the green onion, and the green olives, and the black pepper. Well, all of them are going to get black pepper, so I'm just going to put some black pepper. Again, I don't know how much to measure. I just throw some in there until it tastes good. So I like a lot of pepper in mine. So I'm going to put some in there and stir it all up real well. Get that started. And then I'm going to put some olive oil on the one that's dry, that has no cheese. And I'll sort of stir that around. Okay. And then the person that does not like cheese, they're okay with some celery. So I'll put some in there. And some green onion. And some green olives. So theirs is done. So all I'm going to do is stir that in real well, chill it, and once it's cooled down, it'll be pretty good. Okay, and then so now I have to create 2 other batches because somebody doesn't like green olives. So let me just stir this up a little better. And I'm going to put the majority in here because I do like everything. And the other part in this, I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to put some onion and some celery in this one. I'll stir it around. And then I will let that cool in the refrigerator. And it tastes pretty good. I have to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 9. But the real good one is when you put everything in. Lots of green olives, lots of celery and green onions, and you stir it up. And the same thing, you put it in the refrigerator, let it cool, and then taste it. And like I said, if you think it turns out great, give me a thumbs up. If not, well, sorry, maybe there's another recipe you will like. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.